I'm always amazed by how the brain works, and transcortical sensory aphasia is a perfect example of why. It all began when a neurologist had a patient with a brain lesion. He used to speak a lot, but nobody understood what he was saying. However, when he tried to repeat, his speech was extremely clear. This marked the beginning of the discovery of what is now known as transcortical sensory aphasia. There are many types of aphasia. Aphasia means that you have a language disorder that could make it hard for you to read, listen, write, and say what you mean to say due to a cerebral lesion. The most common cause is stroke, although it could also be due to traumatic brain injury, brain tumors, among other causes. There are many types of aphasia, which vary greatly in their symptoms, depending on the location of the injury. This type of aphasia is classically associated with a lesion near Wernicke's area, though Wernicke's area itself remains unaffected. Most of the time, Brodmann areas 3, 7 and 39 are involved. This type of lesion leads to distinctive characteristics that help differentiate it from other types of aphasia. The first one is that they can be very fluent, even though it's hard to understand what they're saying, because they produce a lot of paraphasias. Paraphasia is an error where the person fails to correctly say a word. This error can occur in many different ways. In this case, semantic, phonemic and neologistics paraphasias are common. Semantic paraphasias involve substituting one word for another. An example is saying ear instead of nose. And phonemic paraphasias involve substituting one or more sounds in the target word. For example, someone saying vegetable instead of vegetable. And neologistic paraphasias or neologisms are substitutions with non-English or gibberish words. An example is saying, bring me a trunket, instead of, bring me a drink. Regarding comprehension, something very similar to what is observed in Wernicke's aphasia occurs. Patients exhibit significant difficulties at the word, sentence, and discourse levels, although the latter may be less affected. The main difference between this aphasia and Wernicke's aphasia lies in repetition skills. In Wernicke's aphasia, patients have significant difficulty repeating words and sentences. In contrast, individuals with transcortical sensory aphasia have well-preserved repetition abilities. In fact, they often exhibit echolalia, an involuntary and meaningless repetition of words just spoken by another person.